So welcome to another video. I'm back out again doing more Munros. I've only been at home 2 days after my trip to Ben Alder, but I'm in Glen Affric and I'm doing another couple of nights overnight camp, but this time at Alltbeithe Youth Hostel. Well, round about there, and I'm hoping to do the 3 Munros at the back of the hostel. So I'm on a bit of a mission because I'm meant to be here much earlier, but it's about 5:30, so I think it's 8.5 miles I have to walk. I think it gets dark just after 8:30, so a bit of a mission to get there. So I probably won't do much filming, but this is a beautiful area. I've been on this track before. I cycled right round River Affric, which is about 12 miles, and came down this way. So I've not been beyond the end of the loch, but I know it's going to be gorgeous. So probably this hill's the start of the hard work. So we'll bring you back later, hopefully before it's dark. So I'm making progress. I've probably walked, maybe 2 miles. It's up and down quite a bit. I'd kind of forgotten that, but it looks like there's a flattish bit coming up, and I think that might be the Munros in the distance. So I'm camping at the bottom of the first one, but the light is just beautiful. These are Munros up the back. I can't remember the name of them. I've done those 3 up there. I did them from the loch Mullach side and then came down into Glen Affric, but the light's just beautiful. Lovely, what a lovely area. If you've not been to Glen Affric, it should be on your to visit list. Even if you're not into climbing the Munros, it's just stunning. And you can either walk or cycle around River Affric. That's River Affric there. It's about 12 miles and it's a good track. But I've not been here for a few years and it never ceases to amaze me. It's just gorgeous. It must be one of the most beautiful glens in Scotland. Just lovely. So this is the African Tail Way, this section from the car park at the end of the road. The African Tail Way goes all the way from Drumnadrochit on the shores of Loch Ness to Morvich and Kintail. I can't remember how far it is. It's on my to-do list as well. But I've done sections of it. Obviously I've done this bit before on a bike. But it's way marked, and obviously the tracks and paths are good. And there's a couple of, there's at least one bothy. I think it's called Cairnban Bothy, which is beyond Alltbeithe Youth Hostel. And the Youth Hostel's open again. It just opened recently. It's been closed for a couple of years due to COVID. But I'm pretty sure it'll be hooked up and solid. So, got my tent. So I'll keep trudging on here. Just lovely. Still trudging on. I think it's about 7:15 now, and there's a couple of tents, at least one tent down there at that beach. It looks a nice wee camp spot. So we're nearly at the end of the loch. That's the way we've come. Oh, gorgeous. That just looks lovely down there. So I don't know if you can see me, it's actually 9:20. So I got here probably about 8:20. So it took me just about 3 hours to get here. I've got the tent all set up, not far from the hostel. I didn't really have much time to look for a proper pitch, so it's just on the other side of this wee burn from the hostel. So I don't feel too isolated, and it's handy for water. So I'm just making dinner now. I've got the tent all set up. I've got my Rabascent 900 sleeping bag again. I had a bit of a disaster with my Exped mat. It's got a leak, a slow puncture. When I had it at Ben Alder about 4 o'clock in the morning, it deflated and I couldn't find a leak at home, so I soaped it up with soapy water. Couldn't find a leak, so I bought another mat, but this is just a cheap one. It's just a Berghaus self-inflating mat. So out of Blacks in Aviemore on the way up the road. I've also got one of these multi-mats as well, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I've emailed Exped just to see if they'll either repair it or replace it. I probably only used it about 5 camps. So we'll see how I got on with this one, I'll let you know. But it's got a wee valve there that you pop open and then pop it to shut it, and it's supposed to inflate, but I don't know how long it'll take, and I'm not expecting it to go up very far. But it's better than nothing, and hopefully I won't need to get up at 4 in the morning and pump it up. So just looking forward to dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have tonight. I think I'll probably have pasta bolognese, so just waiting on the jet boil doing its business. I think I've made it better. Pasta bolognese. I must have perfected how to make it. There's no crunchy bits. So good morning. It's just about 7 o'clock. So I had a really good sleep actually. This mat is much better than you'd imagine. This Berghaus mat. I could actually feel warm on it, and I didn't feel uncomfortable at all, which is a bit surprising. So I'll see how I got on with it. I think it's probably been warmer tonight than it was when I camped at Ben Alder. Sorry, warmer last night than when I camped at Ben Alder. But yeah, I had a pretty good sleep. Probably went to sleep about 10:30, woke about 6:30. So I'm just going to have breakfast and then set out on this walk, which is a big walk. It's over 1,400 metres of ascent, and I've just been having a wee look at the walk description. So we're here, camped just on the other side of the river from the hostel at Alltbeithe in Glen Affric, and we've to come up to this Mullach here. I'm probably going to leave Ansokach, this Munros will last, so I'm going to head out to one of the most remote Munros in Scotland, Mullach na Dheiragain. Head out there first, back along, up the highest Munro of the day, which I can't pronounce, down this way, back to the Mullach, and then up to Ansokach and back. So Walk Highlands say it takes between 9 and 11 hours. So I reckon if I set off around 8 o'clock, hopefully I have plenty of time before it gets dark. I'll take my head torch just in case. So yeah, I'm going to have breakfast and coffee, really important. So it's just after 8 and I'm ready to start a big trek up these 3 Munros. So there's the tent there, rucksack all packed. There's the hills, covered in mist. However, when you look over here, blue sky. So I'm not quite sure if it might be a cloud inversion and I just can't see the tops. There's the hostel. So I'm just at the other side of the river from the hostel, and I walked away in there yesterday. So it's a nice wee camp spot, pretty flat. I've got a little bit of shelter here from any wind coming from the west. But it wasn't too windy last night, and there's an old farm building here. So yeah, pretty good. So that's me at the Mullach, between the two Munros and Sgùrr, which is up there, and the one I can't pronounce, which is the biggest one, Ceathreamhnan something. It's up there, and we go along this ridge a little bit and then drop down, and I think you can just about see the ridge we go along. Go along a ridge, a broad ridge, to the far away Munro, Mullach na Dheiragain. But I'm thinking I'm going to head up Sgùrr first. Obviously it's in the mist. I think it would be quite nice to finish on the biggest Munro and then think that that's you done for the day. And I'll come back to this point and then head down that path again. So I've not met anybody else, so I feel quite isolated here. But hopefully I'll be fine. It's not that windy, it's a wee bit chilly, but this mist is a bit annoying. Also, if I get up to I think that's the easiest Munro, so I've got up to that one and the mist clears, then the rest of the route will obviously be a little bit easier. So if I'm feeling it well, you can just see the tops up here and again, up there. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll head up Sgùrr first. I thought I would just show you the view in case it disappears again. So I'm nearly down at the Mullach. I've just got over this bit to go. But I think Mullach na Dheiragain is the way out at the end of that ridge, I think. It's pretty hard to tell from here. Yeah, I know we've got to cross some kind of pathless terrain, but I did get a glimpse of the third Munro, which is the highest, and it looks absolutely massive. So that'll be my last Munro, hopefully. So I'm just keeping soldiering on. But there's blue sky. I mean, there's obviously cloud inversions because I can see way over there some of the peaks above the cloud. So I'm hoping it'll clear. You can just see the shoulder of the third Munro there. But yeah, it'll be rubbish if it doesn't, but got to get them done. So if there's anything interesting, broken spectres, I hope I get them, I'll bring you back. That's our third Munro up there, and that's me on the kind of ridge line now. But you can see we're heading up here now to Mullach na Dheiragain, and I think that's it, the summit away out there. So that was tough going, coming over that pathless terrain. It was really boggy. Eventually I just headed for the ridge and ignored the GPS. So that's Mullach na Dheiragain ahead. There's a bit of descent and then pretty clear path all the way up. It looks like it's still quite far. And you can see the summit of Ansolcach just over there that we were at this morning. So we're getting there. So that's me on the summit of Mullach na Dheiragain, one of the most remote Munros. It's been some trek. So that's the 800 and odd metre top, and I had to come all the way down and then up here. So I've got that to go back over, and then you can see the ridge line leading up to the third Munro of the day. But the weather's just cleared up and it's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. So this Munro summit is a prized Munro among baggers because it's so difficult to get to and it's so remote. That over there is just a Munro top. This is the actual summit. So it's fabulous. Oh, what a day to be here. Oh my goodness. Just amazing. Look at that. So that's me at the Mullach now. It's, what time is it again? I just looked at my watch. Yeah, 3:30. So it's 3:30, so plenty of time. But I reckon this next bit up to the third Munro that we're doing, I think it's probably about 400 metres if I say. I think this probably sits about 700 and something. And that's over 11. So the couple that were on the summit of the second Munro with me, they've just reached the kind of middle high section. I could see them up there. They left before me. So I'm looking forward to getting up there. I think it'll be quite nice when I get to the final part of the ridge, and then that walk down there is going to be lovely. And we've got to head to the Mullach over there. So yeah, certainly more than halfway there now. And thank goodness I don't have that other Munro to do. I've done it already now, so that's good. So I'm just going to get my head down and get on with the task in hand. So I'm on the final pool. I just got that bit to go up. It's probably a couple hundred metres. So it looks okay. In and out the rocks. And look at that ridge going down there. So I'm going to walk all the way down there. That looks amazing, doesn't it? And that's the hills in Kintail over there. That might be Sgùrr, the one that's sticking out over there. It's hard to pick them out. I'm not sure. And the Mullach I think the Mullach is over there, where we head down. And you can actually see Mullach na Dheiragain away over there. So that's quite a rocky ridge coming up there. I'm getting there, but I've come up over all that. So some wee bits of scrambling as well. A bit of exposure, not for the faint-hearted. So I'm nearly there. I think I'm running on empty. I think I'm needing jelly babies or something, but I'm not far from the summit. I don't think. So I'll have some there. So I think that lovely couple actually waited on me. They must have been waiting for ages here, maybe to check that was okay, but they're going to do that top over there and then go down a different way. But they're a really nice couple. I feel sorry for them if they've waited, but this is just amazing. Look at this. Ben Nevis is over there. I can just see the top of it. Just amazing, amazing. Look at that. Wow. So that's the first Munro, away over there, Mullach and Dheiragain. And that's the ridge we've got to go down there. So, lovely summit cairn, massive. This is the highest Munro summit in the area. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Actually see, you'll probably not see it with the GoPro, but I can see Rassie over there and Duncan on Rassie, and then I can actually see the Coolins very faintly in the background there. What a view, just amazing. I'll have a wee snack and then head down. What a day I've had, it's been fantastic. So that's me back down at the Mullach, between Ansokach and the third Munro that we've come down, and that's been quite a challenging descent. There's a lot of ascent, there's lots of rocky knolls that you have to go up, so I'm absolutely knackered, and needing dinner now. I'm pretty hungry. So I'm just going to head down the same path. It was a really good path. Head back down to the hostel. So looking forward to getting back down and into the tent. But I've had to de-layer again. The layers have been on and off like a yo-yo. I even had to get my hand warmers out because my hands were freezing when I came off that Munro. But that's it. I'm glad I did that this morning because I'm not sure I would have done it at the end. I think I might have missed it out, because I'm pretty knackered, and I don't think that knackered me this morning. That was quite easy. It's just all the rest of it. So it's been a challenge, geez, challenge. And the terrain is, well, you probably saw some of it. It reminds me a bit of the Glen Munros. It's all kind of gnarly and rocky. So this route's not to be underestimated. So that's the hostel just down there. Oh, and it's just before 7:30, so it took me the 11 hours to do these 3 Munros. I think Rock Highland said 9 to 11 hours, so yeah, they're tough ones. Always takes a wee bit longer when you're vlogging as well. So I'm all cozied up in bed. I don't know if you can see me, but I've got my hat, down jacket, gloves, hand warmers on my gloves, merino base layers on, so I'm all cozied up. It's a hard day today, so about 11 hours walking, and I'm knackered. So the young couple that I was walking with, that I kept meeting on the summits, they said to me that I was to go into the hostel, that I'd be welcome. So I popped in with my my meal and coffee sachets, and I was able to use the kettle and eat my meal in there, so that was really nice. Probably spent about an hour and a half in there. So I'm in a really nice wee hostel, really quirky, and they've actually got room in it, so I wish I'd known that. I just assumed they'd be fully booked, but it looks a nice wee place to stay. There's somebody playing the guitar, and People are playing games and stuff, but I'm fine in my tent, although it's a wee bit windy. So I'll say good night and we'll bring you back in the morning. That's me all packed away. Leave no trace as always, just some flat grass. I'm taking all my rubbish with me. That youth hostel looks really inviting. They've got a wood burning stove and it's obviously they've got it on, smoke coming from the chimney. But I've had my porridge, I've had my hot chocolate. I'm ready for the 8.5 mile walk back, so rucksack's all packed. So feeling good this morning, looking forward to the walk. It won't be such a rush walking out to the van. So thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.